The library was silent. Olivia worked there, tidying up and arranging books on the shelves. At 20 years old, she was a pretty girl. One day, a peculiar old man entered the library, sporting large glasses. He went inside and began searching for a book. After some time, he pulled out a very old volume, so ancient that some of its pages were moth-eaten. Olivia watched him closely, since no one had ever checked out such an old book before. Not even she knew anything about it. She hid behind a shelf, observing the man. He read the book non-stop for 5 hours, and Olivia, feeling weary, decided to take a nap. When she awoke, she found that the man had gone, but the book remained on the shelf. Olivia's curiosity got the better of her, and she picked up the book. To her surprise, between the pages was a cutout compartment holding an antique watch. Olivia was astonished to see the watch, which had a black button on its back and displayed the number 3 instead of the time. Driven by curiosity, she pressed the button, and the watch changed to display the number 2. Pressing it again changed it to 1, and then Olivia decided to press it once more, which made the watch show 0. Below the 0, something was written, and the watch began to blink and speak, saying, "Time to go back." Suddenly, a bright light emerged from the watch, startling Olivia. The light grew so intense that she could no longer see anything. A loud noise followed, and then everything went dark. Olivia found herself lying on the floor, but the surroundings were unfamiliar. She opened her eyes and stood up, realizing she was in an old-fashioned library. Looking at a poster, she saw Victorian-era city written on it. Shocked, Olivia realized the watch had transported her 150 years back in time. Desperate, she cried out, "Where am I?" She was in the same place but 150 years earlier, and she didn't know anyone or how to return. Olivia ventured outside, finding the streets crowded with people, all dressed in clothes from a different era. The houses were also different. Overwhelmed, she began to cry and ran down the street, only to collide with a man. "Dear lady, I apologize." "Are you all right?" the man asked. "Help me, please help me," Olivia pleaded. "All right, calm down and stop crying. Tell me what happened and how I can assist you," the man responded. "I'm lost. I want to go home," Olivia explained. "Ah, I see. My name is Jack. What's yours?" he asked. "I'm Olivia. I don't belong to this era. I'm from the 21st century," she said. "What? Are you joking, miss?" Jack laughed. "I'm not joking. Look at me. Do I seem like I belong here?" Olivia retorted, revealing her modern attire and hairstyle. Jack, seeing her sincerity, decided to believe her. "All right, tell me how you arrived in this era," Jack requested. Olivia recounted the entire story of the old man and the watch. Jack was astonished. "Olivia, I believe you, but it's crucial that no one else finds out or you'll be in danger. We need to change your clothes because they're drawing too much attention. Avoid talking to anyone if possible. If questioned, tell them you're my girlfriend." "I know it sounds strange, but you're very attractive, and other men might be interested," Jack advised. Olivia trusted Jack, and they went to a shop where she bought a beautiful dress. They enjoyed lunch together, then spent the afternoon in a park. Olivia shared details about the modern world, including schools, universities, technology, and people's lives. Jack was fascinated by the 21st century. In return, he told her about the Victorian era, its kings and queens. They spent the entire day together, and Olivia started to forget her past life. She felt happy with Jack, who was equally delighted with her. That night, Jack took Olivia home to a cozy little house and showed her to her room. After she went to bed, Jack made breakfast for her the next morning. Olivia was amazed by his cooking skills and enjoyed the meal. They spent more time together, including a boat trip that Olivia thoroughly enjoyed. She thanked Jack for making her day special. Then, unexpectedly, Jack took her hand and said, "Olivia, I'm so happy I met you. I want to spend my life with you. I love you. Each moment with you is precious to me. Even though we come from different eras, I feel a strong connection with you. I love you too, Jack. I want to be with you, but my family must be waiting for me. I don't belong here," Olivia replied tearfully. "Please don't cry. We'll find a way to send you back." "Wait, where's the watch?" Jack asked. "I don't know. It was with me in the library last," Olivia said. "Then let's go find it. Maybe it can take you back," Jack suggested. "I want to go back, but not without you. I really love you, Jack," Olivia cried. "Then I'll come with you. I'm ready to leave everything behind for you. Let's find that watch," Jack replied. They returned to the library, searched for the watch, and eventually found it. Olivia held it and explained the button's function. Jack proposed that they both hold the watch while Olivia pressed the button. Olivia wished to return home with Jack and pressed the button. Light burst from the watch, and Jack held Olivia's hand tightly, but the light grew so intense that they could no longer see each other. A loud noise followed, and then there was silence. When Olivia woke up, she found herself back in the 21 St. Century Library, but Jack was nowhere to be found. She stood up and called for him, crying out, "Jack, Jack, where are you?" Her parents arrived at the library, having searched for her for 2 days. They took her home, and Olivia felt a sense of relief, but also confusion about Jack's absence. The next morning, still thinking about Jack, Olivia asked her parents if they had seen him, but no one had. She returned to the library, searching for both Jack and the watch, but found no trace of either. Distraught, she realized Jack was left behind in the Victorian era. Suddenly, Olivia remembered Jack's full name and his birth date, which he had shared with her. Determined, she went to the cemetery, bringing a rose and some flowers. She asked the cemetery caretaker about Jack Wilson and his birth date. The caretaker led her to a grave marked with Jack Wilson's name and birth date. Olivia wept, placing the rose on the grave and declaring, "Jack, I love you so much. You are my first and last love. I will never love anyone else." As she planted the flowers, she discovered the romantic watch buried with Jack. She smiled and said, "Jack, I found it. I'll come to see you again, and this time we will be together forever."